Hey, everyone.
Yay.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday,
Yes.
Sarah.
Well, happy Friday to you, my dear.
Yes. Well, today is Friday, which everyone knows what that means. It is Fun Filtered Day. So, welcome back to Fun Filtered Marketing Talk for Authors. I'm Shelley Brown,
And
and go ahead, Sarah.
I think I'm Sarah. Am I
Yeah, you
Sarah?
are Sarah.
I think I
Go
am Sarah.
ahead.
I'm
Jump
Sarah
right
Cormany.
on.
Sarah's trying to figure out who she is today. That's our topic. Not
That
really.
is, that is Sarah Corman.
Yep.
And Sarah, it's been a little while since we've been together.
It
Like,
has been. I have missed you. Missed you
same.
so much.
Yeah, this
Well,
is fun.
so today we are talking about once again, what successful authors do, and more specifically, what they do to build their website. Last week, we talked about how the top of your homepage needs to quickly tell visitors who you write for, what your message offers, and what to do next.
Right. And remember how we said clear beats clever?
Yeah, I think that needs to belong on like a mug or a pillow or
Yeah, a pillow.
something.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, it would.
It really does. But listen, more than the mug, more than the t-shirt and a pillow, we are just going to go even deeper with that today. All right.
Because once people understand what your book is about, they still have another question.
Yeah, they do. They are asking, can I trust this author?
And they may not ask the question out loud.
Right. But I can assure you, they are asking it in one form or fashion or another. They are asking it internally. They're saying, can I trust this person with my time? Maybe, can I trust this book with my money? Can I trust this author with this tender part of my life? Can I trust this message enough to recommend it to someone else?
And that is especially important for Christian authors.
Yeah, it really is very important because many Christian books speak into those personal places, right? The emotional, the spiritual places, deeply tender areas of life a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you think of the kind of things that we talk about: grief, prayer, parenting, marriage, healing, identity, spiritual growth, it's church hurt, shame, anxiety. The list goes on and on and on of tender subjects we broach.
Yeah, we really do. So today we're talking about how successful authors build trust with all of those things on their homepage.
Yeah, and we should probably say this right away. This is not about trying to look impressive.
Yeah, it's really not. It's not about bragging or posturing or trying to sound more important than you are. All right. This is about helping a new visitor to your site to simply feel compelled to take that next step. Okay.
Okay, so let's start there. Shelley, why does trust matter so much on a homepage?
Yeah, it matters mainly because most people don't take action until some level of trust is established.
So they may understand what your book is about, but that doesn't automatically mean that they are ready to buy it.
Exactly. I mean, understanding is step one, okay? But trust is step two.
And that totally makes sense.
Right. So someone may land on your homepage and think, okay, this book is for women walking through grief. But then they may wonder, does this author really understand grief? Is this biblically sound? Is it gentle? Is it practical? Has this book helped anyone else?
And really, what they're looking for is reassurance. And homepage can provide that reassurance without being pushy.
Yeah, precisely. Trust building is not pressure, it's clarity, it's warmth, it's credibility, and it's connection.
Okay, so what kind of things build trust, Shelley?
All right, so there's a few things, and this is not an all-inclusive list, all right? So there may be other things, but these are things that really just come to mind in our experiences. So a warm author photo, a short and clear bio, reader reviews, endorsements, awards, ministry experience, if that's relevant, speaking experience, if you have that, podcast appearances, a clear statement of who you serve, a helpful free resource, and even the tone of your website matters.
Yeah. So clearly, trust is not about one thing. And, Shelley, I want to take an opportunity and just share with our folks. I actually had the privilege of looking at one of our authors' websites. Her name is Claire Alameda. And she is an incredible voice in ministry to the Latina community. And she was putting together her website. And for her, it was really, really important that the minute somebody came across her homepage, that they felt much of what she does in her ministry life, which is bringing people around the table and just having conversations about faith and how that intersects with life. And so I would encourage you guys to look at it because it is a work of art and it points to all these things that Shelley just mentioned. It really is that overall sense that a visitor gets when they visit that homepage. You want to know that the person that's being represented is real, is credible, is caring, and is aligned with the message that you are sharing with them.
That's so good. Yeah.
So one of the things, and I often laugh about this because the author photo, and I often refer to it as the big head photo because that nearly scared me away from writing in general. All these people had they're big, and I already have a big head. But believe it or not, that even the big heads can do something for your website because, honestly, there are some authors who have no photo or they have an old photo. Or even some, bless our hearts, have photos that have been cropped, a giant group picture, and now it's just your head and your shoulders, and you're missing arms and things like that. So,
right. Yes. Yeah. We've seen them all. Y'all, be honest. We've seen them all, right? So, but here's the thing, y'all. We are not here to shame anyone's favorite cropped family photo, I promise. But your homepage should help people connect with you as the real person, okay?
Yeah. It really, the photo does matter. And you know what? It doesn't need to be expensive or overly polished. And honestly, with phones, the cameras that our phones have now, you can take a pretty good picture just on your phone. But what a photo should be is it should be current, it should be warm, and it should be aligned with your message. It is so important. Let me say that again, that the photo is aligned with your message because that big head is probably going to be the first thing that they see.
Yes. Sarah, it really is very important. If your book is about walking through deep grief, then the photo probably should not feel overly playful or flashy, right? If your book is humorous or written for children, then you have more liberty and freedom in that, where the photo can show more lightness and more personality and fun.
Yeah, so the photo itself should really match the tone of your message.
Yeah, and along with the tone, y'all hear us, okay? A current photo matters too. All right. If someone meets you at an event, they should recognize you from your website. Y'all, I'm just going to say it. You do not want a 1992 Glamour Shots photo that on your website. And those were great. I've got them. But y'all, if you're like 57, like I am, you don't want something from 1992 of a Glamour shot. All right. So it has to be a current photo. And if you're laughing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So just saying.
And the Olin Mills photos, also friends of the 1980s, 1990s church directory variety. Those you might want to let go too. So
just let go.
Current is our friend.
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And Sarah, seriously, if your photo is from 15, and I actually went back to 92, I think that's 30 some years ago. But listen, I'm telling you, I've seen it even like 30-year-old photos, and we're making fun of it and all, but in all seriousness, it really does matter. Get a current updated photo that matches and aligns with your message. So yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, it is time. So. All right. So now, along with your photo, your homepage should include a short author introduction.
Short being the key word. Again, yes. Your homepage bio is not your full life story. That's what the about page is for. And again, brevity. Brevity is our friend on the bio.
Yeah, on the homepage especially. So the homepage intro should quickly tell people who you are, who you serve, and why your message matters.
Shelley, I would love it if you could give us just a simple structure for that.
Yeah, of course. So I think we're going to put it up on the screen. Here's just a helpful format to go by. Okay. So you want your name, of course, your role or credibility, who you help, what you help them with. All right. And a little heart or mission behind your message.
Oh, I love it when we can put like pen to paper. So how about an example? What does that really look like in real time for our authors?
Yeah, that's a good question, because we're going to actually put an example on the screen and I'm going to read through it. Okay. So here's an example for you of what this looks like. Jane Smith is a Bible teacher, speaker, and author who helps women rebuild faith after painful seasons. Through her writing and speaking, she offers biblical encouragement for women learning to trust God again.
That is good, because it tells me who she is and who she helps.
Yeah, exactly.
So just for sake of argument, what would make it weaker?
Well, again, another great question, because if it only listed credentials and didn't connect to the reader, I think that would make it much weaker. So for example, and we'll put it up. Heather's in the green room back there helping us with putting these up. So thank you, Heather. It's on the screen. Look at this. So Jane Smith is an author, speaker, wife, mother, grandmother, former teacher, ministry leader, coffee lover, and lifelong learner. You see the difference there? And none of these things are wrong, right? But they don't tell the visitor why Jane's message matters to them.
So the homepage intro should not just say what we are, it should connect with who we are and to who we serve.
Yeah, exactly. That is the key right there.
Okay. Now, we're going to kind of take a little bit of a shift. We're going to talk about social proof, because I think this is where, at least for Christian authors, we kind of start to get a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, they do. And honestly, Sarah, I understand why. I know you can relate as well, because they don't want to sound puffed up, right? They don't want to say, hey, look at me, look how impressive I am, right?
Which is a good instinct. I mean,
It is.
Go with that a little bit. But
Yeah.
social proof, when used rightly, it's not making much of yourself.
Mm,
Just remember that. If it's
yeah.
your message that God has given you and you're giving it credibility, it's going to be about helping someone else trust the message.
Yeah. It's such an important reframe there,
Yeah.
because, if a reader has never heard of you, they may need to know that someone else has read your book and found it helpful.
And that really feels a whole lot different than bragging, because social proof can actually be a form of service, which we talk a lot about. So, Shelley, what exactly counts as social proof?
Okay, well, here's some just general things. So, reader reviews is good social proof. Endorsements, awards. We actually had the SALA Awards last night, and Redemption Press authors won quite a few awards. It's amazing. We have the most gifted um, authors and editors. And so, yeah, so awards, if you want a SALA award, you want to make sure you leverage that and put that on as social proof. Podcast interviews, speaking events, ministry experience, media mentions, a quote. It really could just be as simple as a quote from a pastor, a counselor, a teacher, ministry leader, and of course, always any of the readers who have read your book.
Yeah. And honestly, you guys, it doesn't have to be huge. You don't need to be a best-selling author to include social proof.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Shelley, I'm asking you all sorts of questions today. Can you give us a couple of examples?
I sure can. And I have Heather in the green room back there getting ready to put these up for us. Okay. So a simple reader quote, something like this. And y'all, these really here.
Well, it looks a little like Shelley might be having some technical difficulties. So we'll wait just a second. Hopefully she'll be able to come back in. Well, while she is away, why don't I just talk a little bit more about those examples? And Heather, I think one of them might be I felt seen. Oh, maybe she's back. She's coming back, y'all. This is real time, real stuff. So now you know it happens to all of us when technology goes rogue.
So that
All
has
right,
never
Shelley.
happened to me.
Yeah.
And my internet's still on, but it completely shut me off. So hey, y'all, I am so sorry. I don't even know what y'all heard. Where did I stop?
I think we heard maybe a little. Why don't we just go back to the reader quotes that you were going to tell us, give us a few.
All right. Yeah. Let me give you some simple reader quotes. Yeah, that was quite bizarre, but thank y'all for hanging in there with me. So yeah, here's one. This book helped me pray again when I didn't have words. Then the next one, and Heather will bring that one up. I've felt seen, understood, and gently pointed back to God's truth. Or something like this. This devotional gave our women's group meaningful conversations week after week.
Those are powerful, and they really help, I think, the reader think, maybe this book could help me too. So, another question, where exactly should this go on the homepage?
Yeah, really good question, Sarah. So usually near the book section or right after it. All right. And listen, y'all, you don't need 10 quotes, right? Just 1 to 3 strong. And I would recommend a couple if you can gather a couple, but you really don't need more than 3 strong quotes in that section. That is plenty and it packs a punch.
Now, what if an author out there doesn't have any reviews yet?
Yeah. Again, another great question. If the book is new, so they can use early reader feedback, right? Endorsements, beta readers, if you have readers who are reading it before it's published. Even a break, and listen to this, because I think this could be very helpful for many of us. Even a brief statement from someone who simply knows your ministry and your message. Okay, so that holds quite a bit of credibility and credence. If they just know you and they know your heart and your ministry, and the heart behind your message.
Yeah. In fact, probably my favorite social proof in the form of a quote came from a gal that I did a blog post, guest post, probably 8 years ago. And I have kept it on my media kit, on my one sheet, on my website. And it's not because she has all these amazing credentials, but she really does speak to the heart of the message and what I'm all about. And so, again, I think that's a perfect example. And we all have somebody who can probably speak into that space for us. So, again, a practical step that every author can take would be to just start collecting these. Like when someone emails you or texts you or comments that your book helped them, save it. Ask permission to use it, because those are the words that can help a reader say yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good, Sarah.
So this actually makes me think of something. Sometimes people may not be ready to buy the book, but they might be more open to hear more from the reader.
Yeah, or from the author,
Or
right?
from the author.
Yeah, from the author.
Pardon me.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And that's where the email invitation comes in.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, we have to talk about it. All right. We just do.
We do. We do. Because successful authors don't only rely on someone buying, successful authors don't rely on someone buying the first time that they visit.
Exactly. You know, if they don't already know you, most people need more than one touch point. And this is proven data, marketing world data. Okay. They need to hear from you again. And sometimes again and again and again. All right. They need to build trust, and that will take time.
Yes. And email gives them a way to stay connected and give them the time that they need.
Right. And the invitation matters. Okay. So how you present that on your homepage. All right. Please don't just say, hey, subscribe. Well, you wouldn't say, hey, but subscribe to my newsletter, please.
Because nobody wakes up hoping for more newsletters. I mean, am I right?
Right. There are a couple that I do look forward to getting and all, but by and large, yeah, that is not going to entice them to sign up. All right. Because they don't know you yet. All right. So instead, give them a specific reason to join your list, y'all. And I'm going to give you some examples. Okay. Again, I think Heather's going to put these up on the screen as I read through them. So let's say you have a prayer book. Here's a way you could present that instead of saying, hey, sign up for my newsletter. Get 5 prayers to help you stand in faith when your child is struggling. If you have a book on grief, here's a way to present it. Receive gentle weekly encouragement for walking with God through loss, right? If you have a Bible study, download the free small group discussion. And if you have a children's book, something like Get the Family Conversation Guide with scripture-based questions. And then for a Christian living book, something like Download 10 scripture cards to help you remember what is true, right?
Yeah. And those, honestly, Shelley, those really feel helpful
Yeah,
and not salesy, which is
exactly.
important.
Oh, it sure is. And the free resource, it should connect naturally to your book's message. Okay, so keep that in mind.
So don't go creating something just random and weird just to get an email address.
Right. Because the goal is not just to collect names. All right. The goal is to begin serving your reader in a way that builds that trust.
And that feels a whole lot better.
It really does. And for Christian authors, email list building can be generous and relational. It can be a way to continue offering encouragement, scripture, practical help. It updates people who actually care about your message. And Sarah, let me just add this to email. And I've said this over the years for anyone who will listen when we're talking about email lists. Statistically, in marketing world, an email list, if you just nurture that email list, okay, like nothing off the charts amazing, right? If you just nurture them consistently, here's the industry standard or the average that for every email list, all right, for every email on your list, you statistically would average $1 per month in revenue. Just if you nurture them. Okay. Right. And in those emails, as you're nurturing and you're pouring into them, and this is all part of a strategy with nurturing your email list, every 5 to 7 emails, you do a call to action, you offer them something, right? And we experience that on some level. We have an email list with Redemption Press, and we send out emails and we have offers from time to time. And we can pretty much say that, yeah, it is a revenue generator, but it's done with nurturing and loving and pouring in to your email list. So here's the encouragement with that. Don't get overwhelmed by it. We talk a lot about email lists in BMA, but don't get overwhelmed by it. There's strategy behind it. And here's the thing. It's just steady plotting. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to look at the long game. Right. Mm-hmm. And everything that we just shared with you, if you'll just start to apply some of these things, it's steady plotting. Add a few emails to your list every single week. And over time, it'll compound and you'll start to see you'll be developing relationships and those connections. And then you'll start to see more book sales and whatever else you offer, along with with your book, because some of you do more. You have speaking, you have workshops, you do other things, retreats as well. So just file that away. Keep that in mind. But this is something that we go over quite a bit in Book Marketing Pro Academy. So that was for free, just throwing all that in there.
Well, and Shelley, she knows what she speaks of. And I think that is the perfect segue even into the next trust builder, which is consistency. Your homepage should feel like it matches your message, your book, and your audience. So if your book is gentle and devotional, your homepage shouldn't feel loud and chaotic. It has to mesh.
Right. It really does. And, so for example, if your book is for parents of young children, the site should feel warm and easy to navigate, right? If your book is a Bible study, the site should feel grounded and clear. Okay. If your primary message speaks into trauma or grief, the tone should feel safe and compassionate.
So trust is really built on the whole experience, right? So your words, your photo, colors, layout, buttons, testimonials, and free resources should all feel like they belong together, like they're the part of the same family, if you will.
Right, exactly, Sarah. And it's important because sometimes authors, grab random pieces from other websites that they like, right? And then they think, oh, I'm going to just put that in my website, right? And it's not the same. It doesn't have the same feel. So that's when a site can begin to feel a bit chaotic and disconnected.
Mhm.
So you be you.
Right.
Be you,
right.
boo.
I'm going to put that on a mug.
There you go. Put that on a mug. Okay, so we're gonna round and close this out, all right? Because it's Friday, and y'all probably want to get into party mode. So maybe, I don't know. So here's what we want you to do this week. Okay, we want you to open your homepage and ask yourself this question. All right, does this page help a brand new visitor trust me, my message, and my book?
And really, really, really look at it honestly,
Mm-hmm.
because this isn't about whether you understand your website, right? Of course you understand it. You built it. The question really becomes, would a brand new visitor feel confident enough to keep reading, subscribe, buy the book, invite you to speak, or recommend the message to someone else?
Yeah, it's so important. I love what you just said, Sarah, that it's not whether you understand your website, because you do, right? You built it, like Sarah said. It needs to be a brand new visitor needs to be able to come and feel confident, as Sarah said, to keep reading, to take the next step, to subscribe. So, and recommend your message to someone else. That's so good. And listen, if you answer no, or even not really, then this week, y'all take action this week. Don't put it off. This week is about strengthening the trust layer to your homepage. All right. Not your whole website. Don't go through all of the other page. I mean, unless you want to and you have all this time to do that, but let's make your homepage strong, because that's where they're going to land first. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't go on every page this week. Focus on that homepage, just the trust building pieces on the homepage itself. Okay.
Yeah. So in looking at the whole experience, ask yourself these questions. Number one, do you have a warm, current, non-Olin Mills or Glamour Shots author photo? Okay. Second question, does your short bio clearly explain who you help and why? Third, do you have reader reviews, endorsements, or meaningful feedback? I think we're on 4. 4.
Yes.
Does your homepage, thank you, Shelley, does your homepage feel welcoming and credible? Number 5, do you have an email invitation that actually serves the reader?
Yeah.
And number 6, to round it out, would someone quickly understand why they should trust this message? And let me add, you have people in your sphere of influence that if you need to know if it's striking the right chord, ask them. Use others to help you gain information.
Yeah, that's a great tip, Sarah. I love that. So if any of those things that Sarah just mentioned, if any of those things are missing or weak or outdated or unclear, listen, start fixing them this week, okay? You want to update your photo if it needs updating. Rewrite your homepage bio. Brief, right? Add meaningful reader feedback. Include an endorsement. Mention an award or a media feature if you have one. Strengthen your email sign-up invitation. Clarify who you serve and why your message matters.
Because trust isn't usually built through one giant thing. It's built through a lot of small signals working together in tandem. So the tone of your words, the clarity of your message, the warmth of your photo, the feedback from readers, the consistency of the experience.
Right. And all of it quietly answers the question, can I trust this author? Right. And if you don't have much social proof yet, start gathering it now. Okay. And here's how you can do that. Okay. Just ask readers questions like, hey, what part of the book impacted you the most? Who would you recommend this book to? What did this book help you understand, feel, or do? What stayed with you after reading it?
Those answers, my friends, those are gold. Remember, when someone shares something meaningful, ask permission to use a sentence or two on your website. And I would say probably most everyone would be honored if you gave them that question. Because becoming a successful author, honestly, it usually doesn't happen overnight. And I think all of us can testify to that.
Yeah.
It happens as you continue strengthening the things that help readers trust and connect to your message.
Yeah. And your homepage is one of those places, so this week, I'm going to say it again. Don't just think about it. Trust building. Don't just think about doing the trust building. Just do it. Okay. Strengthen it. Make your homepage feel warmer, more credible, clearer, and more connected to the reader that you're trying to reach.
Yeah. I really have loved this episode for two reasons. Number one, because it takes the pressure off of trying to look really impressive. And number two, in Book Marketing Pro Academy for June, we are actually going to take our hot seat concept and use that for your website. So for those folks who are a part of BMA or people who want to join BMA, this upcoming month, we're going to focus on first a hot seat for your homepage. So whether you're constructing one or you have one you need to reevaluate, this is the perfect lead-in to what we'll be doing in June.
Yeah, that's so good. And listen, as Sarah just said, if you want help figuring out what to add, what to say, how to make your homepage feel more credible without sounding self-promotional, as she said, we're going to have the hot seat. And so bring it all to us. And if you want to check out, if you're not yet a part of Book Marketing Pro Academy, go check us out at bookmarketingproacademy.com. And y'all, it is dirt cheap to join. And the value you get is literally thousands of dollars in value, not in a year. We're talking in a month, in 2 months. It is, and you only pay $47 a month, right? And you get all the things. So it is a no-brainer. You get the community, you get the live coaching, you get the critiques, you get an opportunity to be on the hot seat. So just don't delay, y'all. Go check it out.
Incredible opportunity and incredible value. So bring your homepage, bring your reviews, bring your, I don't know if this sounds braggy question, bring even, you know what? You can even bring your headshot and your Olin Mills picture. We might tell you to change it, but bring it.
Or just bring it for show and tell. I may not, I don't think I'll be on that coaching call, but I might just pop in and show you mine. So fun fact, when I got mine done, I got it for my my bachelorette party in 1992. My friends took me to go get glamour shots. So
did you do this?
Oh, I did all the things. So fun fact. So that might be just worth coming just to see that. So Sarah, do you want to check let's check the chat. Do we have any questions or just any comments?
Oh, sweet Eleanor Young, you're here today. I'm so excited.
Yes,
the lovely Gail Porter. What a treasure you are.
Yes.
Have we start? I hope we did start eventually, Eleanor. It looks like we did. Okay.
All
Aw.
right. Well, this was fun. Hopefully it was helpful. And yeah, hope you all have
always a good time.
And have a
A
great
beautiful,
weekend.
fun-filtered weekend.
Yes, fun filtered weekend. God bless you all. We love you. Thanks for joining us. Till next time.
All right. Bye-bye.